Today we're going to be looking at the BougeRV Overland built 12-volt dual zone refrigerator. This thing is absolutely beautiful with its super rugged and stainless steel finished design. I think it looks fantastic. The model I have here is a 69 quart. It is the Rocky 65. There are 4 different sizes, and the one I have is the 3rd largest. When you're figuring out what size is going to work best for you, note that the footprint will stay the same. The only thing you're going to gain is depth. So they will get taller as they go, but take up the same amount of space in the back of your vehicle. I have a platform built in the back of mine, and I probably could have got one more size in there, but this is plenty big for our needs, and I will definitely need to add a slider if I want to be able to access any of my goods in here. So going over some of the features, here on the handles, you can see there is a bottle opener, and they have flush handles. They do not stick out. Some of these will stick out 4 inches and take up 8 inches of your vehicle space, so that is wonderful. Over here you have your control panel, which is not plugged in right now. This side doesn't quite close right every time it's done that if you watch the video, but there are screws, so it looks like I can swap that out if I need to. Looking from the ground up, tucked underneath the control panel, you will find 2 standard USB ports that you can charge something like your phone or something and run off the power that is going through here. Speaking of that, it includes a cigarette and a wall adapter. I always go to the trouble to get a marker and label on these so I know what these go to, because when you get 100 of them, they get hard to keep track of. Also, you'll find some little rubberized coatings here to kind of keep the weather out. You have a solar input, so you can run this directly off solar if you pick up a solar panel. And also, I didn't get one sent to me. They did send me out this fridge, but I didn't get one. But it does have a battery, so I can't comment on it, but it looks like the reviews are really great on Amazon. People are loving it. So right now it's on a 30-day low, so I'll make sure I link that down below as well. So there you can see that handle did not quite close right again, but I have this plugged in the back of my vehicle to my little Anchor battery pack here. Right now it is drawing 39 watts. If we look up here, it is 31 and 13 internal temp. Now, it has been going in the house before I brought it out. It is really cold out, but I'll set it to 33. And I had it on negative temps because I actually had a frozen turkey on the larger side, which we'll talk about here in a moment. But it does hold a whole turkey, and this isn't even a small turkey. It's a big full-size turkey. So putting it up here, getting them both about normal fridge temps. And if we look down here now, click it on, shows 39 watts, but you'll see here it drops to 12 watts. So you always want to make sure you pre-chill these things and have them ready to go. On the side here, you can find a control panel on all the different buttons and how to use them. And if we move along, speaking about buttons and control, they also have an app, which is awesome because you can adjust your settings on the go, or if you've got it all loaded and forgot to, or your control panel's hidden, you can do that from your phone and check your temps and make sure everything's going well. So absolutely love that. So as I mentioned, this was built with overlanding in mind. It can tilt up to 40 degrees without having any major problems, where some fridges, the coolant will be all messed up. And this will hold a staggering 600 and something pounds, so you can stand on this or stack things on this as well. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the inside of this. I've gotten everything out because I carried it outside. It's heavy. You have lights at the top, which this is unplugged right now. You have a drain hole at the bottom, and you have the center divider. If we take it out, it will automatically detect it, and it will turn it from a dual zone to a single zone. So that's really cool. Over here on the right-hand side, you can see that little hump, and that is where your compressor lives. So from the whichever side you were looking at it, wherever you see that little hump, that is going to be your larger side, and the only side that you can make colder than the other. So unfortunately, if you want to freeze something, it has to go on that side, or you can freeze both sides, but that will always be your coldest side. Moving along, you can see I have all 4 baskets in here, and you can always remove that top layer and access things on the bottom, which is great. Here on the top, I have soda cans, and underneath that, I am able to fit both beer bottle height and I don't know if these are 16 or 20 ounce sodas underneath there, and plenty of room for both of those to fit. Now, I even fit a wine bottle down here just for testing, and it does fit through the basket, so you can't necessarily pile things on top of that spot, but you can fit a wine bottle in there if you need to as well, standing upright. So that kind of gives you a size reference there. So I said depending on which side you're looking at it, and this is a cutout on this side, but you can flip this around. So if you look at the top here, you can remove the one side, and for some reason I can't get mine out, and I'm scared to break it. Like, I've had 4 12-volt fridges like this now, and this is the only one I've never been able to remove the handle. This side is the side you remove. You can see it's got the cutout here, but I cannot get this one out, and I am scared to break it. I have pulled on it, tugged on it. I've applied pressure from the back side instead of pulling, and tried to kind of tweak the angle to see if I could get it to slide in right, and I'm just scared to break it, so I'm going to leave that alone. But there are cutouts on either side, and there are markings here, if you can see, L and R, to let you know left and right when you're controlling on the zones over here on the control panel. So guys, what do you think? Do you think this is an awesome looking budget friendly fridge? I think this model right here right now is running just a little over $400. It'll hold all of your foods that you need, keep them cold or frozen depending on your needs. It'd be great for in the car, overlanding, an RV, or even just a garage fridge. So let me know what you would do with this, what you'd like to see in the next one, any kind of comments or questions you have, and I'll try to help you if I can. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.